There is so much Arizona Cardinals news to talk about today, including a brand new signing in Arizona, followed by a positive Walter Nolen injury update. Then the unofficial depth chart has dropped just before the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. Can you believe football's coming back this week? Like the video if you're hyped up for that. And there's some drama in the running back room, specifically with Trey Benson. You are watching Cardinals Today, presented by Prize Picks. Remember to use code HMA and play $5 to get $150 if you win your first $5 lineup. I'm your host, Joey O'Donohue, and there's even more Cardinals news than we thought. Marvin Harrison Jr., he finally bounced back in training camp. Jacoby Brissett, how's he looking against the Cardinals defense? And an update ahead of that Hall of Fame game. That's why I said we've got a boatload of Cardinals news to talk about, and let's start with the brand new signing I had mentioned. So Matt Zenitz had it first that the Cardinals are set to sign defensive lineman Broderick Martin. Sources told CBS Sports he's 6'5", 330 pounds, and was a 2023 third-round draft pick of the Detroit Lions. Okay, so welcome to Arizona, big Broderick Martin. Help plug the middle of that defensive line because remember, fourth-round rookie Caleb Proctor is already out for the year. Being placed on IR this early means you cannot play this season. And Broderick Martin has been with Detroit, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Vegas in his couple years in the league at 27 years old. The big fella is now a member of the Arizona Cardinals. Let's see if they can help that run defense. The better news, I would say, is Walter Nolen should be out there this year to help the Cardinals defense. Mike LaFleur said Walt's good on Walter Nolen, who was dealing with an issue last practice in the same knee. Remember, he left last practice because of that knee injury. LaFleur said it is the same knee that Nolen dealt with last season, but called it a good thing that Nolen wasn't hurt more severely. And Walter Nolen, it's reported this is just a hiccup. He said it is not really a concern, and thank God for that, because this obviously could have been much more serious than it is, that same knee. But Walter Nolen was back at practice on Sunday, and this is not cause for concern yet. So another huge sigh of relief for the Arizona Cardinals. How about finally getting some good injury news in Arizona here with Walter Nolen on track to be back? Reports say not only is he looking good when he is out there on the field so far in camp, but his health appears to not be an issue right now. And in his limited time last season, why I'm saying this is such a big deal, 6 games played, and he knotted 2 sacks, a PFF pass rush grade of 80.1, and an overall PFF grade of 74.1. Like, we have not seen the scratch the surface of what Walter Nolen, I think, can be for this Cardinals defense. Super high on the rookie from last year to take a leap in year 2 if fully healthy. Let's get to the quarterback part of things. Obviously, Brissett, he's got his raise. He's happy in Arizona, and he threw 2 interceptions on Sunday. Jacoby Brissett picked off twice, once by Sean Murphy bunting, another by linebacker Cody Simon. Good for those 2, but, Brissett, come on, man. You're begging for the raise, and we're throwing picks in training camp? Unreal. I will say, though, the positive spin on that, the Cardinals' defense, I don't think it's as bad as it looked last year. Obviously, they seem to have phoned it in towards the back half of the year. They were giving up 40. But when you look at the roster on paper, especially if everyone's fully healthy, I don't think it gets enough credit, especially their secondary. It's impressive. If Garrett Williams comes back healthy, he might have the case for best nickel corner in this league. And you got Will Johnson, Denzel Burke, Budda Baker still plays at elite level. The secondary is a strong part of the Cardinals roster. One of the stronger secondaries in the NFL. But again, Brissett, seriously, man, you're begging for the coin and you're throwing picks. If Brissett's going to be the week 1 starter and it looks bad, I don't think we keep rolling him out there for too long. I'd rather just see Beck if Brissett's not going to play well. But I do think Jacoby, makes the most sense to start week 1 and see if we can get some better play out of him with an improved offensive line and weapons. Next, we'll talk about the running back room. There's a lot of running back room updates, folks, so stay tuned for that. But before we do, I do want to let everybody know that today's show is made possible by SeatGeek. When it's time to get out of the house, there's not many better options right now than a sporting event. Use code CHAT10 and get 10% off your next set of tickets. MLB is in full swing. The NFL schedule is out. Maybe you want to go to a Drake or Taylor Swift concert with someone you love. But with SeatGeek being MLB's official ticket marketplace, your tickets are fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. I'm also looking at those Cardinals' 9 home games this season. I want to watch Jeremiyah Love's rookie season up close. He's going to be electric. He can do it all out there. If you want to go to a home game, SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket's rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. And, of course, I have a code for you guys. You can use code CHAT10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That is 10% off any tickets with promo code CHAT10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. Update from Cardinals reporter Tyler Drake here. I'd say Marvin Harrison Jr. turned in his best day of Cardinals training camp so far. Got open? Check. Caught the rock? Check. The 2 biggest things we needed to see from MHJ, because the hands were scaring me. All right? All you were seeing was 5, 6 clips of Marvin Harrison Jr. dropping balls, and that's been an issue for him thus far in his NFL career. Whether it's effort, concentration issues, the drops are the biggest part of it. This is a sigh of relief that he turned in a good day, was catching what was thrown to him, and is locking in on improving this season because we need it. We need it. The wide receiver room is actually a problem when you think about it. But most notably from the running back room, where is Trey Benson? He is not there at camp. He was not seen, not with his teammates, not practicing. He's MIA. And so this could signal a few different things. But I do think, and this is something that I've been saying for months now, that Trey Benson is a prime trade candidate, given that he might be RB4 on the roster right now. Or are the Cardinals going to have to cut young Trey Benson? Unfortunately, after an injury last year, it seemed like he could have been a player with a little bit of juice, but never panned out that way in his short tenure in Arizona. I don't know that he's going to be on this roster, and I would say a cut or trade is very likely for Trey Benson now. What do you think the case is? Where's Trey Benson going? If you think he gets cut, type C for cut in that comment section. If you think he's getting traded, maybe team would give up a late-round pick for Trey Benson. I don't see why not. Type T for trade in that comment section. And finally, if you think he's staying, type S for stay down below in the comment section. The unofficial depth chart that dropped, though, actually did have Trey Benson listed at running back 4. Let's take a look at some interesting parts of this unofficial depth chart for the Hall of Fame game. Tyler Allgeier is running back 1. Jeremiyah Love is running back 2. James Conner at 3 and Trey Benson at 4. Okay, let's unpack this real quick. And I want to go back to Cardinals offensive coordinator Nate Hackett's quote on the running back room, because he was trying to downplay what Jeremiyah Love is for this team. He said, look, it's a great room. I'm really excited about it, excited for James Conner to get out there and show what he's got. All the guys. Jeremiyah Love, he's definitely a rookie. He'll keep growing every single day. All those guys, not just him. Hackett, just stop. Jeremiyah Love's RB1. He's going to have a bulk of the snaps. He's the workhorse. He's the do-it-all running back. I mean, stop with the, yeah, he's a rookie. Praise your guy, man. He looks electric. He's the guy we want to see. And I'll be shocked if Jeremiyah Love is not the running back 1 on this football team the entire season. I don't understand how Allgeier is RB1 on this unofficial depth chart that's been released. So I get it. He's a rookie. You want him to earn his stripes. He should. But I'm telling you, he's that good to where let's not do him wrong here. Let's give him the credit if he starts balling out in Arizona. And I'd be shocked if he wasn't RB1 getting all the touches here. But Allgeier will certainly be in the mix. This is a running back room with a lot of talented folks, and they obviously really like James Conner as well and wanted to keep him here, and the fans like James Conner. And Tyler Allgeier had an interesting quote about his reaction to Arizona drafting a running back 3rd overall after signing Tyler Allgeier. Take a look. There's no point in being a jerk about it, because it's not really going to get you anywhere in life, in this business, in this sport. But I'm super humble anyways. He also said there's no bad blood between him and Jeremiyah Love, called him a great pick, called him a great player, but these guys in this league are PR trained, and I mean very PR trained. When you get asked a question like that, generally you see a very PR answer, as in the latter part of it. Like he would probably, most people would say in his position, regardless of what they feel, Jeremiyah Love's great. I thought it was a great pick. I had no problem with it. The fact that he said, no point in me being a jerk about it, evidently it bothered him to some extent because that is his role being significantly decreased. He was in position to be running back 1. Now he's RB2 at best, and Love is a 3-down back. So you get what I'm getting at here. Normally these guys, because they're so PR trained, will give you a full PR answer. The fact that he threw in the, well, no point in being a jerk about it, should tell you he was slightly bothered about it. Let's move from running backs to quarterbacks. The unofficial QB depth chart came in as follows. Jacoby Brissett, number 1. Gardner Minshew, 2. Beck, 3. And Keaton Slovis comes in at quarterback 4. This has been the reported depth chart for a while, that Beck is behind Minshew, which would make you think that the path for Beck starting this year is a difficult one. I've always been in the camp that I think this could happen after Thanksgiving, later in the season, if the Cardinals are not playing well. How about the Hall of Fame game, though? Can we see Beck in that? Because a lot of times you do see quarterback 3, quarterback 4 in preseason games, especially a rookie like Beck, who you want to see play. LaFleur refuses to announce who he's starting. He says he has a quarterback rotation in mind. That's got to mean Carson Beck's in it, but he won't say it. I mean, it's the Hall of Fame game, man. I don't know what advantage you're looking for here by keeping it secret. You could tell us. We'll find out soon enough. He's got media availability tomorrow, and I believe that's it before Thursday. The announcement from the Panthers side of things, though. Adam Schefter tells us that Kenny Pickett is starting Thursday's game against the Cardinals. So we know who we're going up against. It's Kenny Pickett, everybody. Shouldn't be too hard, right? I mean, he's not that good. But you are invited to our watch party of Cardinals football, baby. It is back on Thursday night, and we're going live on the channel, hosting a live watch party. So subscribe so you don't miss that. Turn your notifications on. You'll get a notification when we are tailgating and going live for that party. Don't miss it. Cardinals, Panthers, I can't wait. Some football is back. Before we get to the last couple updates from that depth chart, I got a brand new Prize Picks lineup for the season I want to show you guys. Check it out. I've got a couple Cardinals in here. Let's start with them. First, I'm going to pick them more on Michael Wilson receiving yards. I think this is one of the best picks you can have right now on Prize Picks. More than 699.5 receiving yards for Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson might be wide receiver 1 next year in Arizona. He's looking that good so far in camp, and Marv has had his struggles. And Arizona's going to throw the ball a lot, and oh, by the way, he just had 1,000 yards. So I love this pick for more than 699 yards for Michael Wilson. I'm also picking the more on Trey McBride receptions, more than 97.5. He's been well over 100 receptions 2 years in a row now, has Trey McBride. He's going to be the quarterback's favorite target, especially if it's Brissett. So I love those 2 picks. And then I'm picking a goblin play here to round out my lineup and get another team involved, and that's the more on Bijan Robinson rushing yards. I think Bijan has a 1,000-yard rushing season again easily, as he's done. And I made this a flex play, so I can still cash out. I can still cash in even if one of my picks isn't correct. $20 lineup to pay out $60, guys. And new user offer for everybody. Play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right. PrizePicks just switched up their offer, so there's no better time to join, lock in, and win that first lineup. That is code HMA at sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Couple other takeaways from that depth chart. Marvin Harrison Jr. is listed at wide receiver 1. So we've talked about this on the show before. I've seen the comments saying, is Marv really the one? He is on the depth chart right now, and that's what I've been going by. Is that subject to change? Yes. I think there's a few things on that depth chart that are going to change, especially that running back room. But at the moment, they are listing Marvin Harrison Jr. as the one. Okay. Something interesting in the return game, though. Amir Smith-Marset is returner number 2 behind Devin Duvernay, who Arizona signed in NFL free agency. He's actually got some return game juice. I would not be surprised if he gets some runs at it in preseason especially and during the season. Something interesting to note there from that unofficial depth chart. Here's the full list. If you guys haven't seen it already, feel free to take a screenshot, pause it, do whatever you need to do. But this has been officially released from the Arizona Cardinals, their unofficial depth chart ahead of preseason week 1. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I've been your host, Joey O'Donohue. I got plenty more Cardinals updates coming your way this week. And like I said, live watch party for that Cardinals-Panthers Hall of Fame game. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time here on the channel.